Julian Scott. He's supposed to run up here. Amanda Wilson. I'm not doing too well here. Kayla Messier. 10 is that's Wilson. This is 14 Fountain. Alright. McKenna McGee. Taylor Dernan. Ellie Wark. Alexis Bovis. Megan Brunel. Rachel Venn. Megan McGee. Courtney Smith. Anna Lajway. What we got here? This is Cambo and Snide. Did they introduce Scott? Is she playing? Shelby Gagno. 5 is Heidi Krekel. Martiza St. John Lester. 12 is Paige Barcombe. 13 Christine Pilon. 15 Kaylee Bayshard. 16 Bailey Stalker. 19 Kaylee Laporte. 23 Stephanie Gagno. This I believe is Olivia Blaze. Okay, now the starters: Rachel Pombrio, Lindsay Hack, Megan Reynolds, Amber Polomsky. We got that's Polomsky. 18 is Bailey Pepper. 20 Hannah Lauren. 21 is Kenan Latrimore. 22 Olivia Blaze. That wasn't 22. 24 was Courtney Gilmore. 28 is Abby Snide and Logan Baker, the keepers. That last one, then with the jacket on that came out was probably Gwen Lapierre. Got Karen Sherman Trombley and Sharon Relation are your officials. National anthem. Let's see if we can hear it. All right, a little light on us hearing the anthem, but the thought was there. Stan Riggs, the old guy, and the other official is Rob Lapierre. For some unknown reason, we have mosquitoes here tonight. I guess they're honoring the anniversary of last year's mosquito infestation. Chazy will kick off. We're expecting Joey Trombley to come over from the JV game any moment. The JV game looks like it's concluded. I don't see anybody playing out there, so unless they're tied, it's Saranac and Chazy who are playing the JVs. I'm not sure where the fish is. He was in Ellenberg last night. I wasn't. Actually, I was in Ellenberg, picked up by the keeper Snide. It was raining last night. I got as far as Ellenberg Depot, got to the Northland Heights Road, and it was pouring and looked like Warwick carrying the ball here. It looked like more and more rain coming. No place to get in out of the rain in Ellenberg at the NAC, so I said, well, I can go there and accomplish nothing except complain about the weather, Or I can go back to Northeastern and cover a game, and that's what I did. I turned around at 4:06 p.m. and headed back to Northeastern. So the Chazy and NAC boys played each other without benefit of hometown cable. I don't know, we always like to try to get our local schools when they're playing each other. I just took my bug spray out last week because I don't need that. I don't need to carry that around. I have enough things I carry around to get rid of my bug spray, but all of a sudden I got bugs here tonight. Temperature is mild. Didn't notice when I drove here exactly how mild. I know earlier I was at a modified game at Northeastern, and when I shut my car off there at 4 o'clock, it was 68 degrees. That's going to be over the in. And in. And it looks like Reynolds will get it. Kind of an oops type of goal as the ball just kind of bounced up and over the keeper's snide. So unusual goal, but it counts just as much as a blast would count. I put on my gloves just to make it a little more challenging for the mosquitoes. And he said the assist there, and I didn't get it, so I think he might have said 7. 7 had the goal, so that's Reynolds, so I'm not sure who got the assist. Here we go. And Lauren has the assist. Who we got down here? Lauren, we were just talking about you. Yeah, you had an assist there a little while ago. Okay, here's Reynolds taking the direct kick near the 18. Cleared out by Megan McGee. Polomsky carrying it. There's a shot, and that's going to be in by Lauren. And Chazy is just coming out pounding that ball. There's 2-0 Eagles. We'll listen to Stan Riggs and see if we can find out. 20 Lauren 8 scored? No. Lauren scored.
Lauren, you scored, right?
I don't think he said 8, which is no 8 on the team.
Don't say anything yet.
6 is Brunel. Okay, Polomsky number 10 with the.
Scored by number 20, Hannah Lauren, assisted by number 10, Amber Polomsky.
Polomsky with the assist. Lauren with the goal. 2-0 Chazy here in the very early going. And if they're not careful, they're going to get another one here, so behooves the Cats to try to clear this out. Sent up to Campbell. Polomsky. From the Eagles, it's at 28. It's a snide, every snide. Both sides have a snide, how about that? Well, where'd Joey Trombley go here? Oh, no, it's not. It's Wednesday night, it's not Tuesday, so there's no pool. don't know. Doesn't look like Joey Trombley's going to show up either here. I'll be without the fish and without the choir boy. Clear it in the other direction. It'll be a goal kick. Stephanie Snide will set it, and it'll be kicked by Megan Brunel. Lauren pumps it in for a 3-0 Chazy lead. Not sure who will get the assist. We'll wait for the illustrious Mr. Riggs to fill us in.
Who had the assist?
21 has the assist. That would be Kinnan Latrimore. Lauren has her second goal. 3-0 Chazy. We are probably about 6 minutes in here. 34-17 on the clock right now. In less than 6 minutes, 3 goals. So hopefully the scoring will slow down a bit. It'll be a throw. It'll be Taylor Dernan. Dernan tosses it in. It's going to be Orrick trying to keep it in, but it goes out. Chazy throw. It's Pepper. Seven is Rachel Venn. I think she's the team's leading scorer. Back, looking for Venn. Kicked by McGee. 2 McGee's. McKenna is 1 and Megan 8. This is Dernan. Up for Venn. And sends it into the box. There's Dernan sending it down into the wing. Taken away here by, who we got, 10? Number 10. 10 is Polomsky. Fambrio to Latrimore. Latrimore carrying it. A little too much oomph on that one. Ryan Norcross will get there. No ball boys or ball girls lined up here. It's Campbell. And Wart sends it up for Venn. Venn's going to get, no. Oh, Baker gets there first. Good effort. Nice effort. But Baker got there first. Looks like Reynolds. Up for Lauren, taken off her foot by Boris. There's a Speedy Venn. That's kicked out of bounds by Pepper.
What? No, that camera went off the green light. It's what throw?
What? Went off a green leg. Must have been off camera. Last day of the regular season in Major League Baseball, and the Yankees are still trying to figure out where they sit in all this thing. They could end up being one of the wild cards. They could end up being the East Division champions. They could end up being the team with the best overall record. That's where they stand coming into today. So it's an exciting time here as soon as I leave here. Up at the old radio on there, 620 on the dial, and listen to the Yankees. White throw. Looks like the choir boy is coming here. I don't call him the choir boy, I call him Cousin Joey, but the fish calls him choir boy. Joey Trombley making his way over. So you won't have to put up with me much longer. Here's Venn. McGee trying to send it. Carried out by Hack. Hack carries it. And that's booted by number 11 in your program, Anna Lajway. We're down to 28.5 here in the first half. 3-0 Chazy. McKenna McGee will take the throw. Throws it back here for Dernan. Dernan sends it up. Oops. I'm looking at my roster instead of at the action on the field. Here the report of the JV game is our JV reporter. Oh, he's eating fries.
No, I brought the olive branch. I brought fries for being late for you, Calvin.
I see. Mickey fries.
Mickey fries for Calvin.
There we go. Don't drop them.
Don't drop those.
More precious than gold. Here's your rosters.
I brought the olive branch, Calvin. I know I'm late. I apologize.
Were there mosquitoes at the other game?
No. You got to be kidding me.
And the seagulls will...
Calvin, there's 5 left here for you.
Well, 1 and the 4 little scrubs there, yeah.
I'm sure the people down in below are going, what just went through the window there?
What was that? Rated fries.
Jeez.
The thought was there, Joey. Thank you.
Well, Calvin, I said...
The thought was there. We got a soccer game going.
We do here. It's going to be amazed on how quickly the girls came out with their offensive firepower. And you did ask the question, the JV score, and the JV girls were playing Saranac on the other field over there, and the girls win it 2-0, and you had 2 goals by the 7th grader, and there's another goal, and the Chazy Girls, this is their biggest offensive output this year. And they played NAC earlier, and I'll get back to the JV game in a minute. They played the NAC girls in NAC, and they had a hard-fought 3-1 victory down there. And so what I see here early on is pretty impressive.
Lauren now has a hat trick.
Yeah, and she's done that with, it's only 26-37. Calvin, you went through those fries pretty quick there. It's pretty amazing how you went through those 5 fries.
Doesn't take me long to go through
5 fries. Yeah. But going back to the JV girls game, it was Lindsay Gilmore, the 7th grader who they moved up halfway through the season from modified to JVs, had 2 very impressive goals for the junior Lady Eagles.
No.
So it was pretty impressive, to say the least. And I see, like always, you're on top of your game and you got a roster in numerical order. And
I had that from the game in Ellenburg with over there, and Bill Chase was there with me in that game.
no, Bill Chase used to do play-by-play, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Does he still do it up there when he's up there?
Well, he came out of retirement and did that game. I'm
he did?
Try to get him later in the week when I'm there. I didn't, whoops. Ooh. I didn't get a game last night, as I explained earlier on the recording here. I got as far as Northland Heights Road, and it was pouring, and there's no booth to get into there, so I turned around and went to Northeastern and did a game there. So I don't know how long it rained.
I was up there for the boys last night.
Yeah.
It was light on and off. It was raining when we got there. It stopped for most of the game, and then just a little drizzle probably for the last 10 minutes.
It was pouring at 4:06 when I turned around. It was pouring.
Yeah, and I'm sure you had nice shelter at Northeastern. Did it rain there?
Not much. Pretty much drizzling by the time I got to the other side of Moore's, this side of Moore's.
And Calvin, I would have been here on time, but the smell of the Mickey fries just
Yeah.
lured me over there.
They sure smell good.
They look good down there too.
Yeah.
Probably like Coach, you can have a couple fries down there. We threw some down there for the.
Yeah.
For the
Help yourself.
help yourself some fries down there. Yeah, we dropped them.
There's a no food rule anyway.
Not up here.
Not up here. No, we're professionals up here.
There's a more food rule up here.
Yeah,
Banner, huh?
very nice band. I wanted to get your attention on that.
I took a picture of it.
I'm talking to Coach Karen Trombley here during the game, and there's a banner which you probably can't.
I can't see
You
it.
had to see it from here, but it's right against this wall, and it makes reference to the boys and girls as state champions. The girls are current state champions. The boys were former state champions. I should probably clarify that a little bit.
Many times, Jim.
It well, many times. Well, I mean, we've said this many times before, and since 2004, between the boys and girls, they have 8 state championships between them, which is pretty impressive. 5 for the boys and 3 for the girls. But the girls are the current reigning back-to-back champions, so they're going for a three-peat this year. They're hoping to make it back to Cortland, and we'll see what happens.
Lake Placid is a C school.
C school. They lost to Lake Placid here 2-1 in overtime, but Lake Placid is going to be going into the playoffs in the C bracket. So, I mean, they got to get out of their division, and they've been winning, but they've been winning tough games this year. And so anything can happen. I mean, any coach will tell you to get out of your division in the section is difficult, and once you get out of there. But if they should be fortunate enough to get out of their section, looming out west, and I'm assuming because they seem to be going through everybody, is Chateauguay. And I look at those names and those girls. Chazy's been their thorn in their side the last few years. Chateaugay's faced us in the section or the regional championships. But all those girls' names I've been calling for 3 years are back again, so that I'm thinking they're seniors this year. And they're doing very, very well. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. But tonight the girls are looking very, very good here against, I'm thinking, a pretty decent NAC team.
The only one I noticed that wasn't here when they introduced the players was Jillian Scott, who's a darn good player, but it's the only one I noticed. Not sure if there's anybody else that might be missing.
And one thing's for certain, if the girls need to find Coach Karen Sherman Trombley, she had no problem with these shoes that she's wearing, Calvin.
Those are
They are pretty bright. Yeah, don't miss that action. And there was an opportunity. And I did see the Villamers after the goal we missed of Kirsten. I saw them like the next weekend.
Is she way outside on that?
I didn't know. We're looking at your shoes.
We don't ref up here.
We're focusing on your shoes and how bright they were.
Yeah, we don't referee up here. We're just calling the game.
It is bright. So Blair and Kim They happened that. Oh, actually, it was that night they saw it. They put it on the internet. They were watching it on the. They said they never laughed so hard.
Well, I did get both the varsity and JV girls at Northeastern, so
Okay.
so DVDs are en route to the Villameras right now. In fact,
The DVDs are en route.
yes.
Wow. Is that the olive branch you're throwing out there for?
No,
They get them.
they are fine supporters of hometown
There's
kids.
another one. Cannon Lattimore just drills it, and NAC does not know what's hitting them here tonight. And
Well, that goal there, there aren't too many female keepers that could have stopped.
no, that was
one.
just upper shelf. I mean, that was just a beautiful shot by Cannon Lattimore. But here we are. We aren't even, well, almost to the halfway point, and Chazy's already up 5-0, and they have not had this offensive output against a decent team this year. And boy, tonight they're putting it together. And what a night for a game!
Yeah, mosquitoes came out. Everybody's out here.
Yeah,
to,
I mean, you know,
enjoy
they
it.
know their time's short here. They came out in bunches
I don't
tonight.
know where they came from there.
Well, last night I'm up in NAC, and I got just my little blazer on, and of course up in NAC it's a little cooler up there. So tonight I bring my winter jacket. I don't think I needed that, Calvin.
No, just to keep the mosquitoes out.
Well, yeah. Well, yeah, we have some wholesale changes here. Yeah, she's changing everybody up here.
Assisted by number 20, Hannah Warren.
And, you know, here come the Bobcats, and Logan Baker's there for the Eagles. But, you know, they've outshot them so far 9-1. So we got 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. 9 players going in here for Chazy, so it's going to be wholesale changes here with Coach Karen Sherman Trombley as she's talking to the troops down below right now, waiting for the next whistle. And Calvin, as I'm talking, this field is absolutely in gorgeous shape right now, this time of year.
Well, we've had some nice rain, and it's and the year was so dry that when we do get rain, it soaks right in, so you don't get the wet spots out there. And
No, and usually at this time of year, and so far in front of the goalies, it's not bad. This one here is a little bit, but not bad.
yeah, the one toward the cornfield is pristine.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
2, 4, 6, 8. See at least 8,
There's one more over here.
9.
She'd put more in, but there's nobody else on the bench.
Oh,
So she might call Coach Thompson from the JVs out there.
yeah, Corey, yeah, he could hold his own out
I
there.
think so. There's another dangerous play.
Hey, look at. Center,
There's the
center,
whistle.
outside.
Oh, here they go. Here they go. And this is good because these guys work hard during practice,
Yeah,
and they're getting in early here in the first half. And you can only get better when you get them out there in the game situation. And if you want to go deep in the playoffs, everybody has to be ready for their position.
That's right.
You never know when you're going to be called upon. So some good coaching here by Coach Trombley to get those players in there. And you know, when you got a 5-0 lead 20 minutes into the game, it's the right thing to do.
You really
And-
have a choice.
And not taking anything against NAC, they're a good team. They just run into a buzzsaw tonight here early.
Things are
with
moving. You know, sometimes, no matter what sport, a baseball team can beat somebody 10-0 one night and lose 10-0 the next night. You know?
Right, exactly.
So, no matter what sport it is.
So some good playing here by the reserves, and Shelby Gagno trying to get a shot off, and it's knocked off to the sideline here. And
Haley, go in a little bit. In with her. Inside of her.
Coach Trombley's kind of talking to us up here as we're, she goes, the Stars are going, what are you doing? There's still 20 minutes left. And she goes, it's the right thing to do.
Oh, yeah. Really not a big thinking thing there. That's the obvious choice.
Yeah, you would think. So we'll try to give some FaceTime here to these players of the reserves that are in for Chazy, and give them the time that they deserve and that are due. And of course, I have to get used to them too. But it was Kaylee Laporte trying to send it in, and it's cleared out to the far side. And Paige Barkham's there defensively for Chazy, and a good play by Barkham, and she takes it off of the offensive player of Northern Adirondack. So throw in for Chazy, and it's Paige Barcombe with the throw in. We have 17 minutes here left in the first half, and it's a dominating performance by the first string in the first 20 minutes, 5-0 Chazy. Hannah Lauren has a hat trick. At this point, I'm not sure who the other one was. Kenan Latchmore.
And Reynolds with the first one.
And that's right. Reynolds with the kind of like the header coming across the box. I noticed that when I was having my full order of Mickey fries.
Yeah, you didn't get the abbreviated version.
No. But you got a chance to taste them. And
that big one that I ate was good.
yeah, well. And notice that the Seagulls haven't showed up yet, so at halftime there's still some room down there for you.
They'll be here. Yeah, they'll be here tomorrow.
Oh, here's a chance for the Bobcats. Here's a wonderful opportunity. Oh, just wide. Nice shot. Nice effort. And I think that was number 9, Courtney Smith, is who I think it was. And no, I was wrong. So it was Ellie Warwick.
That's a shot. If she had a dive, that's a shot. I call it a shot. Even if it's not on goal, she's still.
So did you get the officials tonight?
I mentioned them.
Okay, good. Who's on the far side?
Rob Lapierre.
Rob Lapierre. And then we have
Old Stan Riggs.
Stan Riggs.
73-year-old Stan Riggs.
Is he really?
So I've been told.
God bless him. He's still right out there.
Clear it! Nice!
And here comes the Bobcats. Another chance. It goes wide. So the Bobcats put some good pressure on here in this second 20. Shots right now do favor the Eagles 11-2.
You can tell a story on Rob Lapierre. He was telling me before the game that a week or so ago he fell out of a tractor bucket. He was helping his sister, I guess, and he decided he'd stay in the bucket if he went from one spot to another. Broke a finger, broke a rib, and leg hurts.
Oh, no. Now, he did that or his sister?
Oh, he was in the bucket, so it was his decision to stay in the bucket. It didn't pan out that way. Saving time,
Oh, yeah. Should have known better. Well, I'm glad he's healthy and he's out there doing his skill here. That's calling soccer games. And you got to appreciate all these guys that come out and gals that do this. If you don't have officials, you don't have games.
That's right.
And these guys do go out there, they do the best that they can, and they do try hard. And I'd say overall they do an excellent, excellent job.
That's it, Kaylee! Come on, Kaylee, to feet!
So there's Laporte.
Step! Step, you gotta step!
And here come the Bobcats. Oh. One by Warwick. And we have number 18 checking into the game, Amber Weaver. So here comes the corner kick here for the Bobcats with 13 minutes to go here. And today is the 3rd of October, and what a gorgeous, gorgeous night here at the George Brendler Field. No wind, absolutely in the mid-60s, and the field's in impeccable condition. And if you're a Chazy fan, you're happy because they're up 5-0. But the Bobcats have picked it up here in the second part of the first half. And Baker comes off her line, so good job by Baker with 12:31 to go. And Calvin, today's Wednesday, so tomorrow you hear for the boys against E-Town?
Yep.
So I should be here for that one, but it will be close. I got a couple appointments set up at 4. And
I
number...
imagine the fish will be here.
Oh, the fish will be here, yeah. Well, his stepson is playing quite a bit. Mr. Poitras. And we know the fish... You know, of course, you know, the fish, the contract he has, he can pick and choose the games he wants to show up at. I noticed you're here tonight, and I'm here, but where's the fish?
Yeah, well, he was there in Ellenburg last night. But
He was there. I was there, too.
yeah,
Of course you weren't. But,
no, I was.
but with good reason. I told Maggie, I said, how are you going to call this game in the rain like this?
Yeah.
You know what she said? You guys are spoiled up in the booth.
Well, it's not me, it's the camera.
Well, yeah, I mean...
I can dry out,
Yeah, we can dress up.
but I can hold an umbrella to keep, but I can't always keep the rain off the umbrella, off the camera, so.
Of course, as you're calling the game, it's hard when you have a roster that gets soaking wet and you can't read the numbers. Oh, here's a nice shot. And Baker did a nice job playing her line. Waited for the ball to get to her, so nice play by Baker. No mistake there. And with 10:54 to go, it's Baker with the punt. There's a battle on the other side there, and that would be Paige Barcombe for Chazy. And on the far side, the NAC numbers are tough to pick up with their colors, Calvin.
Yeah. The scheme of the uniforms, and the front, you got no clue at all.
No, none. The tough ones are the NAC ones where they have green, light green numbers on them. I think those are really hard to pick out. Well, you already have Taylor Durnan, the big booming kick. And it's cleared out onto the foot of... And that is Heidi Krakow. Some nice speed by Krakow. But defensively, a nice job by number 6, Megan Burnell. That's a strong Ellenburg Moors name, Burnell. Nice header by Marquisa St. John's.
There's an injured player here, Joe.
Oh, yeah, look at that. Looks like she's
Right
lost her breath a little bit. Yep.
Warwick.
Yep. Yeah.
Sharon Relation telling her she's not hurt. Yeah, see, Sharon knows these things.
She's been coaching a long time.
Yeah, she was here at Chazy when I started doing the modified. And then she informed me tonight that she did move up to varsity, but Sam was probably doing most of those games when she was the varsity here. Judy Bayshard was the varsity coach when I first started recording here, and then Sharon moved up to varsity and went on to Seton Catholic. And well, she's with the Bobcats. She just can't keep a job.
She just loves coaching.
And she can't keep a job, you just...
Oh, the schools. Yeah.
She just moves from one place to the other, whoever will take her.
Right. Yeah.
She will hear this, and then she'll pick up the phone immediately. I'll have you know.
We'll let you fill that call. Yeah. That's 298-4663.
Right. Phone home.
Phone home. E.T.
Good work, good work.
And coming off was Kaylee Bayshard.
Warwick came out because they'd stopped the clock, so
Right.
they had to take her out.
Yep. And Lindsay Hack in sweeper position, nicely, calmly, just sends it up over to, was at number 11, which would be Martisa St. John's. She's got two last names here. Lester, okay. And nice play by McGee, battling for the ball. Or is that Warwick again? Is she back in the game?
Warwick went back in. Yes.
Okay, that would be Warwick down there then. So we have 8 minutes left, and if you're just joining this telecast, it's 5-0 Chazy. They came out flying here in the first half. 5 goals in the first 20 minutes. And it's kind of evened out here the second 20, but just a very dominating first 20 minutes here for the Eagles. There's a nice kick. Is that Reynolds, I think, back there? Maybe.
Yep,
Yeah, she's
Reynolds.
back there. So defensively, she has Reynolds and Hack back there, along with Barcombe. And Reynolds has space. She gets it onto the foot of Gagno. Knocked away, pitch up by Paige Barcombe. Barcombe sending it over far side. Now to Stephanie, or
Run through it, Shelby! Run through it!
Shelby Gagno.
Yeah, Maritza!
And Maritza does a nice job taking it away from Warwick. Trying to go to the wing over to Stephanie Gagno, it looked like. Or actually, Bailey Stalker. So we have 6:55 to go.
How many cash I need to borrow?
I don't have my wallet on.
I don't either.
I'll get it at halftime.
Can you pay for my dinner? Look at that. Look at that wall.
Still 100.
Throw them down a couple 50s.
Embarrassing. I never bring money on my
They won't take their IOU over at the booth.
No. There's no credit there. That's the snack shack.
Give my girls a shout out.
We have 6:15 to go, and talking to Coach Thompson here. And when I got, the lure of the Mickey fries took me over there instead of getting in for the start of the game, Calvin. Coach Thompson of the JVs came over, and he was really proud of the JV girls because it was probably one of their best games. I mean, it was a really total team effort tonight, and they just played well. And he just told me again how proud he was of them. So I said, okay, we'll give them a little bit of airtime. And they're the future of the varsity, right? They're the next group coming up.
What's time we got?
Well, Calvin, we have 5 minutes and 30 seconds here left in the first half. And Megan Reynolds, the big kick. And B. Chazy ball far sideline. And coming up for the throw in here for the Eagles is Paige Barcombe. Nice hard throw in by Paige Barcombe. Gained about 30 yards on that throw-in, out of bounds, so another throw-in. So she'll get that ball about halfway down into NAC territory in the far sideline. And she gets it onto the feet of number 13, Christine Pilon. But goes off of Chazy, so it's a NAC ball, far sideline. And we have a pretty good crowd here tonight too, Calvin.
Yeah, well, why not?
Hey, why not? It's Wednesday night. It is soccer season.
That's right. It's not raining. It's not cold.
No. Why not watch the game? The one thing we know, Calvin, as we get into October, it does get dark earlier.
Yes, it does. And there'll be snow in the upper elevations this weekend.
Is there?
That's what they're saying. It might happen. It's snowing out west in the.
So Placid may have some trails open?
I don't know. Lion Mountain might have some trails open.
Yeah, Dannemora, Rand Hill.
Feet to feet, guys!
Oh, Megan Reynolds just booted that ball up there. It's a nice advance for the Chazy Eagles. Big booming kick it, and it stops dead at the goal line, so the defensive player can only clear it out. Here come the Bobcats. And Maritza sends it up, goes off of the head of Pilon. On to Krekel. And now it was number 4, Shelby Gagno, and Krekel out there for the Eagles. And it's Krekel still with the ball, working hard there at the baseline. And nice job by Krekel to work for the corner kick. So that was all effort by Krekel down there.
Yeah. A Krekel Jack effort.
It was definitely a Krekel Jack effort.
Do they still make Cracker Jacks, you know?
They do. They still give you a prize. Now the prize was kind of, not that they were ever high quality. They've even gotten, well, less quality than these proper order. And it is Hack. Oh.
Nice try. Way to get there, Maritza. Good
We
hustle.
got 2:24 to go here, Calvin.
Guys got to talk here. Come on, Kaylee. Yeah, Maritza. Well done. Unlucky there.
And it is Warwick. Oh, nice last push off
All right,
on
get back, get back. Kaylee,
on
get
Laporte.
on the ball. What are you asking, Logan? Step,
And you
get
hear
on
it from the announcer down below, 2 minutes.
How do you even see that's 10 yards from there? What? No, that's the final.
Cleared out by Hack, but kept in by the Warwick. She's going to try to get it off.
You mean at 2 minutes?
And good defensive play by Stephanie Gagno
That's the final four.
to force the kick to go off the end line for a goal kick. We have 1:30 to go.
That's when you stop the clock. Did you say stop the clock? Go to the ball, White!
Oh, nice play by Laporte. Over to Shelby Gagno and Krekel. Krekel with the ball. Has Gagno to her right, knocked away. Bailey Stalker has it knocked away. And good hustle back by Laporte. And number 8 is Megan McGee. There's the shot. And Logan Baker is there with 47 seconds to go here left in the first half. It's a very comfortable 5-0 lead here for the Eagles here in the first half. Nice head by Laporte. And a good clear out by number 11, Lajway. And Lajway.
Be there Saturday, right?
And Krekel battling for the ball. Laporte is there for Chazy. Gets by one player, chips up to the open space. Nice hustle. And we have less than 10 here to go.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And Calvin, the first half has come to an end here on the 3rd day of October 2012 at the George Brendler Field. Chazy 5, Northern Adirondack 0. Let's go get something to eat.
That's what he does to me.
Who said that?
We've done it like every home game.
Oh, Corey?
Ask for 10 so I can go eat. I should tell him it's mandatory to be in the halftime meeting.
Well, we're starting the second half here, and like I would figure, Calvin, she would start her starters here to start the second half. Probably 10-15 minutes would be my guess.
Depending how quickly it escalates.
Yeah, or again, NAC's not a bad team. They just came out flying tonight, the Eagles.
Yeah.
And we'll see what happens here in the second half if the starting unit can do what they did in the first half. But you don't see that too often.
No.
Not in soccer.
No.
It's just hard to believe that it just seemed like yesterday they were starting preseason mid-August, and here we are the first week in October.
It comes quick.
It does.
Yeah, there's barely 2 weeks of regular season left.
Yeah, well, by the 20th it's pretty much done, I think.
Yeah.
It says you got a little over 2 weeks left. Today's the 3rd, so yeah, 17 more days. Basketball is probably the longest season, right?
Yeah, because you start before Christmas and you get your Christmas break and
They go to March, so January, February. Some teams make it to mid-March,
yeah.
and then But yeah.
You get 3 full months: December, January, and February.
yeah. Where soccer is really 2 months for most teams.
Yeah.
But it's a good thing we don't get the weather we did in past years. I mean, if you make it to the Final Four, you're playing the third week in November. Back in the old days, you had 3 feet of snow on the ground in November. So, the weather patterns had changed. I don't know if they've changed as we've gotten older. It seems that they have changed, but I don't see the on the side of the road. I don't see the banks, snow banks like they used to be.
No.
Especially last year.
Yeah, last year was great.
That was
Cold.
Oh, here's a nice play. Here come the Bobcats. A nice play. Baker did a nice job there. She held her ground, had the angle.
Yeah, looked like it was Warwick again.
Yeah, she's a little buzzsaw out there for the Bobcats. Now, would you happen to know what grade she would be in?
I'm guessing she's probably a freshman. She's young, no more than a sophomore. But I'm guessing freshman.
And there's Bailey Pepper.
I don't know if that roster would tell you.
The one that, no, what you wrote down doesn't have it.
Well, no.
Oh, you have it on the other side.
Took it over from the other side, but they don't have the grades.
Oh, they weren't in numerical order. That's why you changed it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know why more coaches don't put them in numerical order.
Hey, before I came here, I did most of a modified game at Northeastern.
Yeah?
And the coach wrote down the lineup for me. Didn't ask him to put it in numerical order. I got it, and there it was in numerical order.
Yeah, they probably hear the show enough times that we talk about it.
I don't know.
And I know you've been following the Northeastern boys, too, in soccer, and I hear that Avery Trombley is doing pretty well at the midfield position.
Yeah,
At least I started reading the write-ups.
He had a good game last night.
And of course, McCarthy's a stud out there offensively
Yeah.
for them.
But last night, I hope it's not a real injury. Grimshaw was just been phenomenal with his throw-ins. He does the flip throws,
Right.
and he's just been, he's got 2 or 3 assists this year on his throws. He went out with a limping, and he was still limping after the game.
Well, but he was still on his own, though, right? I mean, he wasn't being helped off or anything.
Right? Yeah, right. But
Well, hopefully it's just a bad bruise or a sprain.
yeah,
Yeah, you can't lose a key player like that.
no, because he really plays defense, but he's a big part of that offense because of his throws.
Mm-hmm. Well, Calvin, I think the mosquitoes woke up there. They said, "Oh,
Yeah.
halftime's over." What are you gonna say?
I agree with you. Yeah, I did. A year ago it was mosquito season. Last year was mosquito year.
Yeah, it hasn't been that bad this year.
No, I haven't had any problems. Had a few bees and a few wasps, but no mosquitoes.
So I mean, I can't believe this is the. Well, you said earlier you did the modified game, right?
That was one.
So how many sessions have you filmed today?
That was it. Just that and this.
So that's been it for today. So
Yeah.
today was a mild day for you.
Typical, I guess.
So when you get done events like this, and of course, you don't have any set hours. I know you go back and you work on the get them posted on the internet. How long does that normally take you?
Well, I'll go back and forth. This game here will take 3-4 hours before I'm ready to send it up to the internet, to the website.
So it's not just as simple as putting it in the machine and hit and upload and it's right there.
Well, there's just different steps to it.
Mm-hmm. So literally you get this posted event, so it'll be like after midnight.
Yeah, it won't be posted tonight.
Okay.
Because that last step takes a game this long would take probably 2 hours after I send it up there to get it up.
But it'll be on tomorrow.
And
at
it
some
takes
point.
me about 2-3 hours to get to that point. So
Okay. Well,
Yeah,
so
it'll-
you're putting a heck of a day in if you do that.
Yeah, well, you know, it's not like I'm sitting there all the time. I'll go back. The first step is push the buttons, and maybe 15 minutes later, it's ready for the second step. The second step's only 2-3 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
The third step is the one of the long ones that takes an hour and a half game. That'll take an hour 45 to almost 2
you just gotta wait
hours.
till it run its course then.
Yeah, but you got to be there for every step to advance it. Otherwise,
This could be dangerous. And they score on a long shot, and it looks like number 2, Taylor Durnan with the goal, and so now it's 5-1 with 33:07 to go.
I don't think they came over and told us the assist there, did they?
It was Taylor Durnan.
Number 2.
Unassisted, probably because it came off the keeper, or I'm not sure.
Well, it's just it took a long kick.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
So good job by the Bobcats. They come within 4 goals, and they're doing this against the first squad.
Yeah.
So they're doing very well here to start the second.
That wasn't the mirror image of the first Chazy goal, but it's kind of similar there with a high bounce. And
Yeah.
Bring it up. Let's go.
And Olivia Blaze sending it up to Lauren, went through her feet, and it's just knocked out of bounds by number 11, Ann Lajway. So 32:06 to go here left in the game. We're in the second half. Say 5-1 Chazy lead over the Bobcats. It'll be a throw-in deep into Bobcat territory. And Olivia Blaze is working her way there to take the throw-in here for the Eagles.
Anna Lajway, I imagine you come in contact with her father, being in the business you are, Dean Lajway. Would,
Oh, is Dean her dad?
yeah.
Yeah, Dean is a very good surveyor. And I'll give Dean a little plug here. If you need any survey work, give Dean Lajway a call. He's in the book. He's very thorough. And he'll do a good job for you. So I'm sure Dean's over in the stands there somewhere tonight.
Oh, yeah.
And Reynolds trying to break through. Now it's picked up by Gilmore. Gilmore gets a shot. Oh, nice save. Nice rip, but Snide comes off the net. There's another save. And Chazy Pepper and the goalie here with 2 hard shots. Snide's been there. There's another shot, and out wide. So the Bobcats dodged the bullet there, Calvin. And the Bobcat faithful on the other side really appreciated the efforts of Snide, and rightfully so. She did a wonderful job back there in the pipes for the Bobcats.
2 good, strong saves.
Yeah, those were very, very impressive. And it's Smith takes it off of Latrimore. There's the throw-in, out of bounds. Paige Barcombe gets the throw-in, trying to find Blaze. Goes to Reynolds. Blaze trying to split the defense. And Reynolds gets the shot off, and there's the save by Snide. And here goes Reynolds. She'll get one off. Or no, good defensive play. But Latrimore working it to the outside. Being challenged by number 9, Smith. And it's cleared out. Offensively, Chazy's picked up the pressure here after giving up that goal. So they're looking to get the equalizer here in the second half. Equalizer, I mean, as far as goals for halves, it was 5-0 Chazy in the first half, and second half favors the Bobcats 1-0. So the Eagles would love nothing more than to get that goal to equalize it here in the second half. And they put a lot of effort in. And there's the shot. Oh, what a shot by Reynolds. Wow, what an angle. I you can't blame Snyder on that one. That was top shelf goal.
Yeah. Top shelf and just barely inside the net.
That was side net from an angle that was kind of impossible. It looked like from up here. And at 29:06, I kept talking about the equalizer, and Megan Reynolds made me look good on that, Calvin.
Yeah, what you need to do is save that shot, though, and pull it out in a big game.
Yeah, well,
see, how did I do that now? Let me see.
Well, now she has that in her memory bank.
Yeah, right.
So she can go back in a big game and just bring it out. But, I mean, Snide had no chance on that one. I know she's probably disappointed over there, but she had no chance. And Courtney Gilmore gets the assist. And
I missed that. What was that other Gilmore girl that used to holler "Go Eagles" across the way there?
Yeah, hang on.
Whoever she is.
No, it'll come to me here. Yeah, she was a lot of spirit.
Yeah.
A lot of school spirit.
Even outdoors, she'd fill up the space. She could really belt it out.
Yeah. Now you got that on the tip of my tongue, and I can't think of it. I can picture her as I'm looking at you.
You'll call out her name in the middle of the night, and
So now I'm gonna ask Corey down there. Corey's partner. I'm gonna go down to Corey.
Fish would know. All right, I'll hold the mic here.
Hey Corey, what Gilmore used to scream a lot for us?
Emily Gilmore.
Emily Gilmore, that's it. And Blaze, trying to find Lauren. And nice play by Abby Snide. Oh, but a good play by Rachel Venn. Latchmore shows it, pushes it back to Reynolds. Reynolds chips it up. And Lauren with the ball. Lauren has it knocked away, and Ben runs up, but Latchmore gets it up over to trying to find Blaze. And skips out. So a little end-to-end action here, Calvin.
Yeah.
Picking up. And Calvin, I can tell you why we can't see the numbers on the front. We got a picture of a Bobcat and no number on their front.
Number.
That would explain it.
I think the Bobcat boys have a number on their shorts in the front.
And so checking in is Amber Weaver.
No number on the girls. They have one on the shoulder there, I think, on the shoulder.
Is there one on the shoulder?
Left shoulder.
Well, we'll see.
There's a 1 right here, I think.
Well, that's doesn't help us up here, not with our...
That's number 1. I saw the number on the shoulder, so...
Yeah, well, we're older, Calvin, and between contacts and glasses, if you don't have them, you don't pick that number up.
Well, even so...
Oh, there's a deflection, own goal. Amber Polofsky will get credit for the goal, but it's an own goal. So it now goes 7-1.
NAC had the assist.
Well, the Bobcats were victims of a little bad luck on that one. The defense did her job. She deflected it, but it just...
In baseball, that'd be a foul ball.
Yeah. Oh, left shoulders.
Yeah.
Okay.
The front left shoulder is a number. Which is fine if you're down in the field. But
Yeah. Well, now I know where to look. And here comes the second group, which pushes the 25-minute mark. Gilmore pushing it up. Over to Polomsky. Polomsky trying to find Lauren, but too far ahead of her, and it's picked up by number 4, Boris. And off of Boris. And here come the wholesale changes, 4, 5, 11, and 23. So we have Shelby Gagnon, Heidi Krekel, Martiza St. John Lester, and Stephanie Gagnon. And good hustle by Krekel, but it did make its way out. With 24:56 to go here in the second half. It's a 7-1 Eagle lead. Probably their best overall performance. And they're trying to get the shot off. And Bobcats dodge another bullet. But definitely one of their best complete games of this year. And I know. And it'll be a corner here for Chazy. And we have 24-14. The shots favor the Eagles 16-4. The corner kicks are tied at 2 apiece.
Wide now. Nobody's wide. Livy, or somebody go wide.
So Gilmore looks like she'll go wide here for the Eagles. It's a short kick knocked out. Latchmore with the ball. Pushing it up. Trying to find Gagnon. And stepping up is Martiza St. John's Lester. So throw in here for the Eagles. And Chazy will move the ball up a little bit of real estate at a time, Calvin.
Yeah. That's all right. No hurry.
No. Why? You got a 7-1 lead. Why rush it? And it's cleared up by number 7, Ben. And there's Reynolds. Calmly sends it up to midfield. Gilmore to the open space. It'll probably find its way out of bounds. And we have number 12, Irene Wilson, coming into the game. And coming out, it looks like number 7, Rachel Venn. And it is. So we'll do a little preview here for the folks listening to this game. Our next, or watching the game, listening, watching. Our next Talking Business segment looks like it'll be West Auto, Barry West in Chazy, it looks like.
That's the plan.
For Tuesday. Now hopefully it doesn't bail out so like some people have like recently, but that's okay.
Sometimes when you're running a business, things happen.
Absolutely. Understand that completely. And substitutions for Chazy. We have Christine Pilon and Kaylee Laporte coming into the game. Coming out of the game is Courtney Gilmore. And there's got to be one more coming off. Oh, we do Olivia Blaze. She was here on the near sideline.
We had the 14 there for NAC running in.
Oh.
What was that?
14 for NAC?
Yes.
Would have been Tyler LaFountain.
It was running in, but the refs were done with the subs.
Chazy throw-in. Well, Calvin, we're getting close to the 20-minute mark. And I think you mentioned earlier the Yankees are in for the final game of the season tonight. 1-game lead.
Yep.
And the Orioles play Tampa.
Yep.
The Yankees got the Sox.
And Texas is playing Oakland.
Something's going out west there.
They're tied.
Well,
Texas
and
and
they play
Oakland
each other today?
Yeah.
Last game of the season, too?
Yep.
Wow, that's interesting.
And if the Yankees lose, they'll be tied with the team that wins out there
For the best record.
for the overall best record. So it's in the Yankees' hands. If they win, they have the best record.
So there's 5 teams in the playoffs this year.
Yep.
So 5...
4 and 5 play each other.
1 game, right?
Yep, 1 game.
Just 1 game.
Sudden death.
And then the winner goes on to the full-fledged playoffs.
Yep.
I guess you get more teams in it. All the cities get excited about it.
Yeah, well, it's come right down to the last game of the season. They couldn't. The Tampa Bay was eliminated about 2-3 days ago. But as far
From the
as
division. Or from the
no,
playoffs.
for the wild card, yeah.
Okay.
So they were in it right to the last couple of days. So it's interesting. It's just going to add a little extra in that sudden one game
bring a lot of
playoff.
excitement.
Well, yeah, for that 1 game, right?
Sure. Absolutely. And then you got to think, as a coach, what pitcher do you send out? Because then you're going on into a 7-game series, right?
I think there's still 5 in that first
5
round.
and 7 for World Series.
7, no,
Well,
5 in the first and the
right, and the World Series is best of 7.
Well, no, you still got another round there. You got a 7 for the league. Because the 5s would be there'll be 4 teams involved with the 5. So when you get done with that, you're going to have
Oh, that's right. So they got
your overall pennant winner.
That's right.
A league championship series. I know the Red Sox aren't involved in that stuff very often. So
the Red Sox, they
very often they're not involved in that. So it's easy for a Red Sox fan to lose track of this stuff.
I got to admit, want to talk about a fall from grace, huh? What a fall from grace for those guys.
And they were picked again this year to be at or near the top.
Yeah, and I guess Bob Valentine did a heck of a job as a manager with them. Really, like 15 or 16 games out. Hey, you know what's nice? Calvin, our former Expos won their division.
Yeah, well, I don't know how nice that is.
Well,
there aren't any Expos left, I don't think.
No.
It's been 8 years, and
that was a shame. I know you did. You went up there a lot and filmed a lot. Had to be a treat having the press pass up there.
Yes, it was. It was an honor to be able to do that and to go up there and.
You got in the locker room plenty times, right?
Oh yeah. Just
I mean, you pretty much have carte blanche with the press pass to a degree.
To a degree, yeah. Yeah.
So you could go up to players if they were open to an interview, they'd be willing to speak with you, or.
Well, after the game, that more so. Before the game, you're supposed to set it up with the media people if you need to talk
But
to
after
somebody.
the game, though,
yeah.
And then did you have a good response from players?
Well, most of the time we just ran the camera and let the people who are making their living doing this worry about the questions and
right.
You just
you just had you had the camera and the mic there.
Right. We're not going to come up with any questions that these guys who make a living out of it
Right.
aren't going to come up with. So
yeah, that's a good point.
let them worry about that, and we'll just record them. And once in a while we'd go if it was a Yankees. Expos, something like that, we would sometimes go with 2 cameras so we could have one in both locker rooms after the game.
And you also caught a few tributes there too, right? Like retirements, like different, like Gary Carter's.
Gary Carter, Peter Regnier was there the night that Tony Gwynn got his 3,000th hit.
Yeah.
So that was a good time to be there. We're there for a couple of inductees into their Hall of Fame.
Right, yeah.
So those were nice.
Now, as media, of course, during the game, where did they put you guys?
Right in the press box, back the 3rd row in the press box.
Right in the first, on the ground level, right?
No, upstairs.
Oh, you're upstairs, okay.
Yeah, we could, the person who had the photographer's pass could go in the photo booth. So we'd spend a few innings down there in the photo booth right on the ground level. And one night Mike Dowd was there from the Press Republican, and I was over on the visitor side. The Cardinals were in there, and so he got a nice shot of me with Mark McGuire on deck. So
that's
appreciated that.
Yeah. Well, that was nice. And here comes Abby Snide. You don't have to worry about Abby's number. Her red hair gives her away. And Laporte hustling back. But nice job by Warwick to shield her from the ball. And Marissa Lester, St. John's Lester with the ball. Yeah, the going to Jerry, I remember going to Jerry Park as a kid, but Olympic Stadium was a lot of fun.
That was easy to get to. And if you did have to buy a ticket,
you get one.
They were cheap. You know, they were one of the things they were victims of as far as competing with the U.S. teams was the dollar.
The exchange rate,
yeah. Because it was at 50% there for a while, and that's
Well, but in the glory days, they had 40,000 at a game, 45,000 at a game.
But after '94, when they had to shorten the season, and they lost.
They were 6 games up on the Braves in August.
Yeah. So they lost a whole bunch of key players out there. They just couldn't afford to sign, and then their crowd just started to dwindle.
Well, the fans didn't forget.
No, they say why cheer for a team, and after players get good, they're gone.
We're the farm system for the rest of the league.
Yeah.
And if you look at it, if you go back over the last 10, 15 years, how many former Expos have a World Series ring or played in the World Series?
Yeah. Definitely. But but before that, they were getting $2 million plus
a season. Oh yeah, absolutely they were.
Yeah.
I mean, you go up there. I mean, it's kind of a pain in some aspects of the traffic and trying to get out of there, but the excitement in the stadium was fun.
Yeah, right.
And of course, people are probably wondering why we're talking baseball while a girls' soccer game's going on, but there's 14 minutes left, and again, if you're just joining the program, it's been all of Chazy. They're up 7-1, and they came out flying and finishing on every opportunity that they had, it seemed like. But here's Warwick, and she's one of the top guns here for the Bobcats. But Megan Reynolds just comes up and picks it away from her. And Gagnon can't get to it. So we got 15 and 16 here. We have Kaylee Bayshard and Bailey Stocker.
And 13 for the Bobcats.
And 13 for the Bobcats is Kayla Aleshier. Bayshard gets it into the open space and knocked out of bounds. Boris. Pilon with the throw-in. Trying to get it to Krekel. And knocked away by number 11, Lajway.
Are you smelling a little skunk like I am?
Yes. Le Pepe Le Pew there. He's in the house right now somewhere. I don't think he was happy because I think he's letting his presence be known here.
Yeah. Maybe he's down below eating the fries.
Maybe eating the fries. I don't know. No, there's no skunk down by the fries. So we got 12 and a half, and we have the Pepe Le Pew alert out there somewhere. And it is Krekel. Has it knocked away. And that got by St. John's Leicester, but Reynolds has it. Back to Leicester. St. John's Leicester. And finds Krekel. So they're doing a nice job trying to find the feet here. And Krekel with the ball, trying to split the defense here, but good job by number 14, LaFountain. Laporte trying to get a shot off. Nice head. Pilon does a nice job. And it goes off the end line, goal kick. So we have Megan McGee checking into the game here for the Bobcats with 11:28 to go. The right shoulder will be better, Calvin, when they come off, because I never see their left shoulder, what number they have. And Snide. But a good play by Ben. Snide takes it back from Ben. So a nice little battle going on between those two players. And it works its way to midfield. And St. John's Leicester with the ball, trying to go up the sideline. Goes out of bounds. So we have 10:50 to go here.
I think it's Glenn's fault, though. They would stop in the clip for subs.
I've been doing the sorting.
No wonder this game's going so long here.
Red Bull! No, it's not. I've been doing not that.
So Krekel coming over to the near sideline, gets it onto the foot of Pilon.
What I'm hearing is they've been somebody keeping that clock has been stopping it every time there's a sub.
That's what they said. That's why the game's taking forever. There's 10 minutes left and it's supposed to be running time.
Well, the refs should have the official time, and they could change that clock if it's that much of a difference.
That'd be nice. Well, you know.
But maybe they didn't keep it. Usually
Yeah.
one will keep it even with the clock working, because clocks have been known to malfunction. So usually one of the refs will keep
nice
it.
play.
Ben was kind of surrounded there.
Yeah, she had a bunch of Eagles around her. Oh, nice play. So I'm watching majority of these reserves. They're doing a heck of a job out there, Calvin.
Yep.
And we say this many times, they practice with the first string, and they know the system. And they were brought up with it just like all the other players.
You're such a pro.
That would be a handball. So a couple more substitutions here. Where we have McGee and Garrow checking in the game here for the Bobcats. With just under 9 minutes to go on the 3rd of October 2012 on a beautiful, beautiful, gorgeous night here at the George Brendler Field. It's just dead air. There's no wind. Mid to low 60s. Just a gorgeous day. As you can see, the field is in impeccable shape. And it's a good night for the Chazy Eagles. They're up 7-1. And what's impressive about this is that they played the Bobcats earlier in a tough 3-1 victory.
It's Ben again.
Yep.
Rebound shot by McGee.
So we have 8:06 to go here. It's Krekel trying to work her way down there, but defensively. And it looked like Dernan, or it was number 5, Jillian Scott. So Polomsky is into the game. Latchimore coming out.
NAC made a sub too there.
Yeah, I called that.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I caught him earlier. No, I haven't forgot about the Bobcats. No, Calvin, I wouldn't make that. I learned from that mistake that Saturday when we missed the goal. I learned we can't make those type of mistakes here on Hometown Cable.
No ambulances tonight.
No. We kept the camera on the field. And luckily that day, Calvin, there were no fatalities that day.
Yeah, it was the accident up at the Trombley Lane.
Yeah, somebody tried turning onto that dirt road below the crest of the hill, which is never a good thing to do.
No.
And nice job by Bayshard.
Good job. Go, Katie. Go, Katie. Outside. You got me wide. Nice job.
And out of bounds. So we have a throw in here for the Bobcats. And Coach Trombley's playing ball person, I should say.
Yeah, it's through a good part of the night.
Yeah. Snide working hard on the far side. It'll work its way out of bounds. It'll be a throw in here for the Eagles. And we're under 6 minutes. And Calvin, there's almost like a drizzle, but it's almost like moisture coming down, but it's really very fine.
It's a combination of these skunk and Mickey fries mixing together.
Causes chemical reaction.
Yeah, just complete opposites as far as aromas go. You know, the Mickey fries is.
But the Pepe Le Pew's gone away though. I don't smell it like I did earlier. Here comes Ben. She's got some nice speed. Ben is splitting out. Oh, what a play by Reynolds. Nice play by Reynolds. Just so you are aware of this, Calvin, I see Amanda Wilson and Allison Seymour ready to check in here for the Bobcats.
Oh, okay, good.
Don't want to be accused of not calling out Bobcats names.
You do want to sell houses in Ellenburg and Altona,
We
too.
saw them all over the county. All over the county. So the substitutions come in. 4:42 to go. Chazy out shooting the Bobcats 16-5. Corner kicks favor the Eagles 3-2. And where it matters most on the scoreboard, it's Chazy 7 and the Bobcats 1.
What matters most is the time.
Yes.
That's what matters most to me.
Yep. Well, you got a baseball game to get to. It's called the Yankees. Times are game 7:05. It starts.
Yeah.
That one. So the Sox would love nothing more than to play spoiler tonight. Because other than that, they're golfing tomorrow. So maybe they're going to clean out their lockers tomorrow, Calvin.
Yeah.
Well, they're in New York, right?
Yes.
So they'll probably tomorrow they'll clean their lockers out. They'll fly back home. Well, if they'll fly back tonight.
I would think so. I mean, the season's over.
Why stick around?
Why get a hotel room?
Yeah, you'll get home a little. Well, it's, what, an hour ride, maybe flight.
Probably.
So nothing bad. So the question is, how many of the Red Sox have got tea time set up here in the next few days?
The big question is, will Valentine be back?
We'll let management decide that one. I know you probably shouldn't put all the blame on the manager, but he did have some talent on that team.
Yeah. But they had some injuries, and
They did.
he didn't pitch a ball or swing a bat. So
Well, like I say to him, this isn't Japan here, Bobby. This is the major leagues. Didn't he win a few series in Japan as a manager?
I don't know
He was
how
there for
well he
like
did.
7 years there, wasn't he?
Yeah, he couldn't find a job here, so
Nobody wanted him. Well, 2 minutes and 30 seconds, and all we can say is a dominating performance from the Eagles from every player that was out there. They all played well tonight. So we got a goal kick, and they're just going to take their time. There's no big rush to. Yeah, Megan's take the far side. She'll work it over. That's what we call senior leadership, I guess. So you said what? Lauren had a hat trick?
Yes,
So I guess we gotta say MVP Lauren.
I say so.
Not too often you get a hat trick.
Three of the first four, so
Not too often you get a hat trick.
no.
She just sends it up. Minute 11 to go. And it'll be a throw in here for the Eagles. And Christine Pilon will take the throw in.
Our post!
30 seconds to go. Reynolds sends it up hard. Snipe trying to get that shot off. Well, 16 seconds, so the clock will wind down here. And so on the 3rd of October, 2012, the Eagles win this league game in the Northern Soccer League Division II. They beat the Bobcats of NAC 7-1. And they have one loss in league play. They lost to Lake Placid in overtime 2-1 here at the George Brendler Field last week. But they are number one in their division. And
Lake Placid's in the division. Lake Placid is in
oh,
the
but they're
division.
C. Okay, that's right. But come playoffs, they go play C.
Right, but
Okay.
as far as Division
They're
2, they're in second place.
They're in second place. Who's in second?
Lake Placid's in first.
Lake Placid undefeated.
Right.
Okay. So the Lady Eagles are in second then. Okay. So as Calvin likes to say here on this beautiful, beautiful fall night here on the 3rd of October, Chazy with a 7-1 lead, and he'll get the shaking of the hands here, but that's the way it was in beautiful downtown Chazy.
I'll get all the good games.